Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? So I may have to end up taking the call here and cut this short. I don't know. I might get through it and I might not. We having coffee with the cougar. So y'all, let me tell y'all what's going on. Okay, so yesterday I had the roofer come out, right? And he looked at the main house roof and he looked at the garage roof or whatever. And he asked me, did I have any paperwork from Allstate? And I showed him the diaphragm, what I had, what the guy had sent me over. And he said, well, this that they're covering, this is the roof for the main house. He said, there's nothing for the garage on here at all. But they're going to cover the main roof. And he got on top of the main roof and he looked and he said, there is hail damage on here. So yesterday, me and him tried to call the insurance man, and he acting like he couldn't hear on his end, and I'm saying hello, and he hello, and I'm saying hello, and the phone hung up. And I kept trying to call. I never could get him on the phone. Well, I guess he waited hours till he figured the man wasn't around no more. Then he calls back, I'm so sorry, I was having technical difficulties on my end. So I said, well, the paperwork and the diagram that you sent, that wasn't about the garage. No, that wasn't about the garage. That was to the main dwelling. There is damage to the dwelling, and we're going to cover the main home. I said, well, what about the garage? We decided that we're not going to cover the garage because due to deterioration. I said, okay, well, you still haven't gave me the claim paperwork yet. The bank is waiting on the claim paperwork. Yeah, I still got to find out how to get in touch with somebody that can produce that. I said, you still haven't given me the numbers to file an appeal. Appeal? Well, we talked about this and we sent a second inspector out. A second inspector ain't got nothing to do with me filing an appeal for what's going on here. I can't get the claim paperwork to show how y'all came up with these numbers or what y'all gonna pay. I can't get y'all to tell me how the investigation went. How y'all come to the fact that y'all was gonna give me something. How y'all come to the fact that y'all not gonna help me with the garage at all. Like, I can't, everything I'm asking you to get the ball pressed, it ain't happening. You can't produce nothing. So the guy, he told me, well, let's get the main roof fixed or whatever. I know you got another roofing company coming out here to look at it as well. We'll fix the main house if you decide to go with me. And then I guess if they're not going to cover it, he said, because if it's problems that was pre-existing from somebody else, or at least or if I can prove in January when you filed your claim that there was a heavy hailstorm or whatever, then we could get that in there. He was like, but we got to see first after you decide who you want to go with. And we have, payment options or whatever, so you can get the roof fixed or whatever. He said he wasn't in the business to say, but he thinks it looks like mold or whatever in there too or whatever. So I'm fighting nail and tooth with this man trying to get the appeal going and trying to get the claims paperwork. So this morning I reached out to legal aid. I left them a message. That's why I said I didn't know if I was going to be able to finish this video or not. And then I reached out to North End Community Church because they have an organization where they work, with restoring homes, where they work with the city. And if not, then they work with other charitable churches for funds or whatever. And now I'm going to reach out to Habitat for Humanity. Regardless of what they saying, my goal is to have this roof fixed by the summertime.